Well, it was a decent Raw, to say the very least. You know, there was a lot of shit that pissed me off, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. But an okay show. We start off with Heyman and Vince McMahon. It's the fight. You know, Vince McMahon just cuts a little lazy promo in the beginning. You know, this guy has the capability of cutting a promo that's probably better than 90% of the roster, but he just doesn't fucking feel like it. I don't understand. You could go out there and cut a great promo, but you just don't feel like it, so you're not going to do it. And you're the owner of the company. I don't know. So Heyman comes out. Heyman grabs his crotch. He starts beating him with it. Then Vince McMahon becomes like Super Jesus or some shit. And somehow, even with, you know, a hip that's all, you know, fucked up, man, just to get up and just start beating Heyman with the crutch. You know, it's like fucking Vince McMahon has to be Jesus, you know? It's like he can't even let a man beat him up. It's, you know, I guess it's him losing his pride. He has to beat up Heyman for some reason. Then Lesnar comes out. He starts staring down Vince McMahon. And then Triple H comes out to save. Oh, Dad, I'm here to save you. Oh, you know, isn't that sweet? The two PG motherfuckers. The two guys single-handedly responsible for fucking making our Monday nights torture for so long. This fight between these guys was fucking awesome. And you finally got some fucking blood! People marking out over The Rock chewing on a blood capsule a couple of weeks ago. Now you got something to really mark out over. Brock Lesnar bleeding all over the fucking place. It was awesome. So that's the only blood we're probably going to get for the whole fucking year, but it was good enough. You know, you got a lot of people, oh, stop with the blood. It's too scary. I don't like it. You know, it's like in boxing, fucking MMA, real fights in the street, you know. Someone says something about your mama, I'm fuck you up, you know. There's always someone's gonna bleed. When people fight, they bleed because, you know, when you put knuckles to somebody's face, you're breaking the skin, someone's gonna bleed. So it doesn't make sense to have, you know, something like that involves a lot of fighting, like professional wrestling, to not have people fucking bleed. So finally we got blood. And, you know, Triple H pretty much fucks up Lesnar in this. You know, Lesnar got in a few shots, but the thing that cracks me up is that Triple H thinks that he can convincingly beat down Brock Lesnar. Well, we all know that Brock Lesnar is a trained MMA fighter, and he can kill just about everybody on the roster. I mean, one by one, they could come out of the back, and Lesnar would probably just snap all their necks. He definitely could do that. So maybe, you know, next time they show Lesnar, I hear he's not scheduled for next week, because, oh my God, The Rock's coming back, so no one else is allowed on the show. Oh, praise The Rock. Oh, where was he this week? Wasn't there again! Fucking unveils a new title, and that's enough for The Rock. He's out, you know? That's enough. I did enough for the company. Now I'm going to go do a talk show. You know, like, seriously. Anyway, you know, fucking Lesnar getting beat up by Triple H. Not really convincing, but it's okay. You know, it was a good segment. More than okay. I shouldn't, you know, undersell it. It was good. A lot of blood and shit like that. It was good shit. Then you got a good match. Ryback defeating Ziggler. What? Did I just say that Ryback had a good match? Yes, it was a good match. Because Ziggler sold like a fucking maniac and Ziggler jobbed out again. You know, I couldn't believe this match. I liked it. But Ryback was no-selling so horribly in this match. There was one spot where Ziggler kicked Ryback in the head and he didn't even flinch. I mean, it reminded me of myself sitting there watching this program. And Ryback's doing the same thing that I'm doing. Sitting there. He's in a fucking physical match with another fucking wrestler. A 200-plus pound man. And he's just sitting there while he's getting kicked in the head. Making this shit look fucking fake. But it was, you know, it was actually a pretty good match. Ziggler was flipping and flopping all over the place, you know. This is how you reward the guy who's willing to put his body on the line for just about anybody on the roster. And they even make a piece of shit like Ryback, who's not even over with the crowd, who's still getting Goldberg chants. I don't care how many fucking feed me more chants. They couldn't even filter it out that much. You know, the Goldberg chants always get filtered out by the feed me more chants. And this time they couldn't even do that because the Goldberg chants were way too fucking loud. And so he's not over. And Ziggler has to make this fucking Creedon look like a fucking $1,000,000. Stevie. He's fucking Stevie. Just sitting there like a retard getting kicked in the head. You know, like, Ziggler's the Money in the Bank winner and he continues to lose. You know, if he eventually wins the world title, no one's going to fucking give a shit because he looks pathetic. Then we got CM Punk coming out, kind of promo. An okay promo. Not the best promo by any means. He calls himself God. It's alright, you know. We've heard this before. JBL. How many times has he called himself a god? You know, it's the same shtick by Punk week after week. You know, putting down the audience. They could think of more ways to do this, but once again, I think it's more of because The Rock is there. They don't want Punk looking too good. Then it's Mark Henry defeating Khali, and I see this as a giant step backwards for, you know, Henry. Came back, looked, you know, pretty decent, impressive, beating Orton, you know, beating up on everybody, looking pretty dominant. And now they just stick him in a random ass feud with Khali. He already beat this guy 2 times before, clean. And they put him in another match. Why? I don't fucking see the point. Why is Khali even in this company? I can't even fucking believe that they made him world champion. I would actually think in this era that they would make him champion. No, but they actually made him champion way back in 2006 when it was not great but better than it is now. And I can't even believe that he's fucking lasted fucking 7 years in the goddamn company. The man killed somebody in the fucking ring and they still have him with the company. This is just unfucking believable. Then we got the Marine 3. Oh, the big premiere, The Miz. They've been talking about this since it seems like since last WrestleMania. The Miz, it's a great fucking movie. It's a big picture. You know, this shit's like The Godfather. It's like Goodfellas, you know. It's a big fucking movie. Ooh, you know, Oscar-worthy movie. And it's going straight to fucking video. Straight to fucking DVD. This is a big movie. They touted The Miz as a big fucking star. Ooh, he's a big actor. They show 30 seconds, a 30-second clip. It's an action clip from the movie. And it's some poorly, coordinated scene. You know, I don't know who the fuck did this shit, but it looked fucking pathetic. The choreographing was just so off. And to top it all off, you got The Miz trying to pry a gun out of the bad guy's hand, and he's going, and I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm fucking laughing at this shit. The Miz sounding like a fucking retard, like he's going into some tard rage over there, you know, trying to get a gun out of a guy's hand. You know, you don't see this from Sylvester Stallone and fucking Bruce Willis. Guys, you know, when they try to get the gun out of the bad guy's hand, when they try to disarm the bad guy, they scream out, to substitute for rage. That's acting, I guess, from The Miz. This is his interpretation of acting. My interpretation of this is retardation of the highest order, but, then it goes to the fucking Miz TV, and this was actually good. Zeb Colter owning Del Rio. Del Rio is supposed to look like the hero. He can't even think of a comeback. So he just says, I'll let Del Rio finish. Let Colter finish. Zeb, he does this big rant. He's fucking owning everybody in fucking Texas. The Miz is trying to get Del Rio to talk, but he can't think of anything to say. This is the hero, and you got a 60-year-old owning fucking Del Rio. This is fucking awesome. Swagger just stood to the side, just like he should. He's a great wrestler, but a fucking awful talker. Zeb Colter comes in there, and they save Swagger. They make him into something worthy here. Very controversial. It's great material here, what they're doing. It's very racy. I'm a big fan of this angle, and it is, proceeding pretty well here. Then during the commercial break, you got fucking Swagger attacking The Miz from behind. I guess he watched his movie. You know, we probably popped in the DVD. Couldn't take it. You know, I'd fucking bash The Miz in the fucking head, too, if I had to watch that fucking retarded-ass movie. I can't say I blame Swagger. And then we got Randy Orton defeating Antonio Cesaro. I fail to see the point. Cesaro comes off the top. Orton hits the RKO. And, you know, the announcers are making a big deal about it. We've seen that fucking finish at least 70 times. And we're supposed to get excited about it. Like, we haven't seen that shit before. I mean, what the fuck are they doing with Orton? You know, he just seems like he's fucking wandering around. You know, they don't have anything for him to do. Then just fucking retire him. Alright, I mean, what the fuck are they doing? I mean, I know he's only in his 30s. He's still young for a professional wrestler. But if they ain't got anything left for him to do, fucking get rid of him. I mean, he's already won the title a fucking bajillion fucking times. He's been in every single conceivable feud he could possibly be in. Orton was plastered all over fucking WWE for how many fucking years? And this guy still can't cut a fucking promo. He's boring as fuck. They tried to make him the new Stone Cold. That failed big time. So I really don't see it. As far as I'm concerned, Orton is a big time fail. He's probably one of the biggest failures in WWE history. It's a guy that they wanted to be the big top star, and he just couldn't fucking cut it. I mean, he's a lot like Cena. I mean, he's more popular than Cena. He gets more cheers than Cena. But as far as I'm concerned, the guy is just fucking annoying. He comes back week after week, produces, you know, similar results, just fucking boring promos, boring matches, same moves. I really don't see the point of having Orton around. And then you got WrestleMania 21. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't we about to bear witness to WrestleMania 29? So what the fuck does WrestleMania 21 have to do with this? WrestleMania 21 promo, the commercial. Remember when they were doing shit with, you know, with movies because WrestleMania was going Hollywood? Well, it was the Oscars on fucking wherever the fuck that thing was. I don't know when the hell it was. What was it? Thursday, Friday, some shit like that. I don't know. Whenever the Oscars was, they're making they're you know, poking fun at it or whatever. So they go back to a clip from fucking 2005. Just because Jack Nicholson was at the Oscars, they had to parody a Jack Nicholson movie. And it's, like I said, from 8 fucking years ago. I ordered WrestleMania 21. I actually ordered that fucking pay-per-view. I remember it. I graduated from high school. One of my graduation presents was to actually order WrestleMania 21 in 2005. And, you know, I thought the commercials leading up to the event were very funny. Back in 2005! I saw that shit. They repeated them over and goddamn fucking over again in 2005 until they were fucking packed into her brain. Okay, so why is it back in 2013? You know, and in the promo, it's JBL and John Cena talking about the world title match. JBL's supposed to be, you know, Jack Nicholson, and, you know, he's supposed to be the role of General in that classic movie. And they're talking about, you know, Orlando Jordan and the Basham Brothers, wrestlers from fucking 8 years ago. Why the fuck are we supposed to still care about this goddamn fucking commercial? It's just a fucking commercial. If you want to parody the Oscars, write a new fucking skit. I know they can't write skits worth a damn, then just don't do fucking anything then. I mean, it looks fucking pathetic that they have to go back to old funny shit because they can't do any new funny shit at all. So they're giving us some just recycled shit. What the fuck is that? I mean, you know, when you shit something out in the toilet, you're not going to take that shit, put it back up your ass and save it for later. No! You're going to flush that turd down the toilet and never see it again. And that's exactly what should have happened to this fucking commercial. We should never have seen it again. And it's back again. It was funny in 2005, the first time I saw it, until they repeated it 18 times back then. But regardless, it should not be back in 2013. Then we got Sheamus Oscar snubs. Holy shit. Can we get past the Oscar stuff? It's the Oscars! Oh my god! We gotta do everything we can! The Oscars are already over, but we gotta start making fun of it now! Yeah! What? Why are they concentrating so much on the Oscars? Yes, it was the Oscars. Okay. But this is fucking professional wrestling! If you want to make a little quip, a little 1 minute parody, that's fine. But to devote a whole segment to it, 10 fucking minutes, Sheamus going back, showing Wade Barrett's fucking, movie trailer, fucking pathetic ass movie trailer that he's not even in the fucking movie that much. They show him in the background. Hey fella, I can see you right there in the background, fella. Wade Barrett, oh yeah. Oh, you're just jealous because... Yeah, this is just retarded. I think that Edge facing Booker T over a fucking shampoo commercial was better. Because at least, that shit was meant to be a joke. This is just fucking pathetic. It's over a fucking movie. Sheamus was the world champion last year. And now all he gets to do at WrestleMania is face Wade fucking Barrett. Are you fucking serious? This is a fucking pathetic feud. A horrible excuse to have a feud. Why are they gonna have this match? They showed it 1,000 fucking times on Raw and SmackDown. Do we really need to see Wade Barrett versus Sheamus for the 10th fucking time? It sucked. Big fucking cock every time they showed it. It is not a good match. They do not have any chemistry. If they haven't had good chemistry the 9th time they wrestled, what the fuck makes you think that they're going to have chemistry the 10th, 11th, and 12th time they fucking wrestle? They ain't got chemistry. Stop showing us this fucking match, you goddamn fucking retard. Stop booking the same shit just because you have nothing for Sheamus. If you have nothing for Sheamus, don't put him on the fucking show. No one cares about this PG tard anyway, except fucking 9-year-olds. I used to like him, but that's when I could actually take him seriously. Now he's just a fucking corny-ass comedian. Then you got R-Truth defeating Cody Rhodes. The only thing that was good about this was a few jokes from Damian Sandow and commentary. Other than that, it sucked. Just a boring match. Cody Rhodes losing like a pathetic loser. Then it's Team Hell No defeating the primetime players. Daniel Bryan, undoubtedly, is the best technical wrestler on the roster. Better technical skills than CM Punk even. The guy has got it all, But what do? They put a bag over his head during this match. Yeah, guys. A bag over his fucking head. They get this brilliant idea when they overhear Daniel Bryan and Kane talking backstage. Oh, I can defeat him with my eyes closed. I think I can defeat him with one arm tied behind my back. And then they make a match like that. Daniel Bryan spends the whole match tripping over his feet like a fucking retard. Like he should be in a fucking insane asylum or some shit. Looking goddamn fucking pathetic like a fucking moron. What a waste of wrestling talent. Having this man fucking tripping over the ring ropes like a goddamn fucking goof. This is shit that John Cena should be relegated to. John Cena's rewarded for doing fucking bullshit. Daniel Bryan, he's punished for simply being a good wrestler. What the fuck is wrong with this goddamn company? And then after the match is over, they ring the bell, and Kane's music is playing, and Daniel Bryan still keeps the bag on his head. He doesn't realize the match is over, even though the bell has rung, and Kane's music is playing. And the referee has to take the bag off of Daniel Bryan's head. And Daniel Bryan's smiling like a fucking retard. And this is when I said, what the fuck? Are you just flat out retarded? When you have A great talent. You know, in wrestling, you look for talent. A guy who could talk. A guy who could wrestle. This guy could do both. And what the fuck do you do? Put a bag over his fucking head and make him like a moron? He doesn't realize that he's a fucking grown man in his 30s. And he doesn't hear a bell ring, even though he has a bag on his head. He can't figure how to take a fucking sack off his head. These fucking writers must be holding their fucking sack when they're writing this fucking bull fucking shit. It's fucking just made for retards. I mean, it seriously reminded me of a game of peekaboo with a fucking baby. The referee has to take the bag off his head. He should have put it back on and played peekaboo with him. Fuck this shit. It's fucking retarded. And I'm seeing seeing the best wrestler on the roster relegated to the role of a simple retard. He looks like he should be in a fucking hospital. Like he has problems. Like he can't even fucking feed himself. I mean, this is just, it's mind-boggling retarded. Then you got the Shield cutting a promo. Not a bad promo. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of these Shield promos. Sheamus, hey fella, if you want a piece of me. Sheamus already had fucking 10 minutes on this show to fucking shit all over it. And now he comes back. For some reason, Seth Rollins stays in the ring as they go up the ramp. Reigns and fucking Ambrose. And Randy Orton manages to hit the RKO and go into the stand. So is this what he's going to do at Mania? They're just going to do the same fucking match. Is it going to be Ryback, Sheamus, and Randy Orton? So basically this is all it is. Cena can't be in it. Jericho can't be in it. So they're going to put Orton in it. Why? Why even fucking bother? Why are they just recycling the same fucking match? Give us something new. Give us something original. Don't just keep swapping one wrestler out so it seems new. That's just cheap. Then you got Swagger defeating The Miz. This is probably the best match The Miz has had in months. Swagger is a technical wrestling god, and this just was a great match. Swagger is a stiff worker, and it was just a good match. I enjoyed it. A nice clean win from Swagger, making The Miz tap out. How do you like that? You know, I'm sure everybody who buys that fucking DVD is going to be tapping out when they watch that shitty-ass acting you did, Miz. Then they show The Undertaker returning at the house show. And I purposely held off on doing a vid on this because I actually didn't have time. And plus, I wanted to just save it for my Raw review. Why the fuck would they blow this whole thing? Why did they have The Undertaker come back at a house show and widely publicize it the way they did? This just completely fucks up, any surprise that they could have managed to, pull off when he finally returns to whatever episode of Raw he's going to return to. Thank God they didn't have him return tonight, because if they did, that would have been so fucking shitty. I mean, but they've already ruined it. I mean, they would have ruined it even more showing that video and then showing him come back. I mean, the way how they show it is just like Taker just comes back whenever the fuck he feels like it. I feel like coming back at a house show, so I'm gonna just appear there out of the blue. I just don't understand that. If they wanted to see how he could wrestle, my friend Ryder Riot said, maybe they just did this to see if he could wrestle again. That's true. But couldn't he just have a match at, NXT when nobody sees it anyway? So they could at least keep it under wraps? I mean, it probably would have been reported on No DQ, but at least it wouldn't have been as widely publicized as the fucking website actually putting it up. I mean, goddamn, the wrestling promoters nowadays, Vince McMahon and all of them, complain that spoilers have killed wrestling. They've taken away the surprise of professional wrestling. Then why does WWE continually insist on spoiling everything, including Ric Flair? Then you've got John Cena defeating CM Punk in the main event, and thank God they didn't go with what I was predicting, Taker distracting Punk, allowing Cena to get the win. Instead, they took the right route here. Cena facing The Rock. I guess if they have to have The Rock face somebody, it's better than CM Punk versus The Rock again. It was a really, really good match. I would advise CM Punk, rather, fucking John Cena to never fucking do a Hurricanrana again. This one was even worse than the one he did months ago at Night of Champions. This motherfucker almost broke his goddamn neck doing that Hurricanrana. I don't understand. Even Rey Mysterio with his fucked up knees, his fucking worthless knees, can pull off a Hurricanrana 10 times better than that fucking lame-o. This was a really good match. CM Punk, boom, a classic pile driver. Holy shit, I did not expect to see that. I don't remember the last time I saw just a normal, straight-out pile driver. And not a cheap one either. A nice, hard pile driver. Jumping in the air and just slamming Cena down the top of his head. A really, really good match. I really can't really complain about this. I don't want to see Punk and The Rock if we have to have a Rock match. I guess do the Cena thing again. But I'm not even looking forward to that match. Punk Taker is intriguing. But yeah, I mean, it was a decent Raw. A lot of bullshit, especially around the second hour with the retarded-ass Oscar shit and all that bullcrap. But you had about 3 good matches, a good promo with Zeb Colter, so I was pretty happy. I was pretty entertained. Taker's return is ruined, so part of WrestleMania, big part of WrestleMania is ruined, but what are you going to do? It's, this is the current state of WWE. They fuck up a lot, but, we just have to, I guess we just have to deal with it. If we're going to watch the fucking show, we have no choice but to deal with it. We can complain like I fucking do here every week. But, yeah, there was a pretty decent episode of Raw, so,